Welcome back, Henry and Victoria. My relationship thing. We are going to do something amazing because today, our first show today, what are we talking about?
Talking about how black has cracked.
Black has cracked. That's amazing. All these questions came from you, our audience. You were asking us these questions. These are some serious questions too.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. We're about to get live. We want to know all about black and what the issues are around relationships, marriage, family, everything. And you know what? Maybe it's these men. Maybe that's what it is.
Probably.
Let's find out. Let's go.
All right, so the first question you guys asked was, why do women feel they need to be strong and independent and don't need no man?
Oh, don't need no man. That's like a triple negative right there.
That's definitely double.
Gee whiz. Don't need no man. So black women, and we talking black. We're not talking about other quote unquote races and all this type of stuff. We're talking about.
So don't
black.
ask us what about the white women. Just talk about the black ones right now.
These Asian women. No, black. We doing black right now, and we want to know why is it. I want to know too, Victoria. So I'm gonna pass this to you. Let you get started on this. Why is it that women are saying that they are independent and don't need no man? I've heard that for at least 2 decades now.
Yeah, all the time. And I think it's becoming more of a saying now. So one, I feel like need is that trigger word where it signals it's a weakness. And since black women are always trying to be strong because they're usually discriminated against, they feel like they have to prove themselves in the workplace, in schools, and in other areas of their life. They're trying to be strong. They don't want to feel like they have to need something because that would mean like, oh, this is a weakness. And in weaknesses, like vulnerability is a weakness. If you have a man, you're vulnerable to him. Like there's a door there.
But who are they trying to? Who are black women trying to
be strong for?
Be strong. Who are you trying to prove something to?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That's a good question.
That's why I'm a beast at this. That's why I'm the best at this.
I feel like it's a battle that they don't have to try to win anymore.
Maybe.
Maybe like a past battle that they're still trying to carry when they don't need to right now, especially not in relationships because you're not competing with your man.
But black women are coddled to a great degree in our day right now. Like there's no force coming against black women like that. Like that, right? In a particular way. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, why is it that you feel like you have to prove something? If you're saying you run around saying I don't need a man, and no other quote unquote race is running like white women don't run around saying I don't need a man. You know, Asian women are not running around saying I don't need my man.
Right.
You know, Hispanic women are not running around saying I don't need my man. It's only the black woman that's running around for at least, like I said, the past decade has run around and said I don't need no man. And you know what?
What?
The brothers have listened.
That's true.
And said, you know what? Since you don't need us, right? Now I'm going to partake of this other nectar that is out there. And now that the whole snow bunny crisis, they call it the snow bunny crisis or whatever they call it. Now these black guys are, once you get to, like, look at the data, right? When a man is quote unquote successful, he goes to get a white woman or a Hispanic woman or an Asian woman. Black women are the least married women on the globe. With that being said, I'll say this. You know what I'm saying? I know our audience is like, oh my goodness, they just going all into this. They're crazy right now. But you get what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it, right? And black women have been asking or saying for the longest that they don't need a man, that they are independent. And men said, okay, go be independent. Yeah. And that independence has led to a influx of single motherhood, which black women are leading in that too.
Yep, they are.
And those single motherhood homes are leading in prison populations, suicide rates, you know, poor education, all of that type stuff. So the whole narrative that I don't need no man as a black woman has turned into death of black people, period.
That's deep. That's sad too.
That is sad.
That's alarming.
That is alarming. And that's an ugly thing. So like, if you're asking me, I think we destroyed that whole saying, I don't need no man. Like black women, if you are watching, take that out of your mix.
Your tweets, your Facebook posts.
You are not independent.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. None of us are independent.
We're all dependent on something.
Oh, girl, preach it.
That's one of your favorite quotes. That's why I said it.
Yeah, we all dependent on something. Everybody's dependent on something. You dependent on air. You dependent on your body. You're not independent. You can't even jump without coming back down. Gravity. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no independence. We're all depending on something, and we're all depending on someone. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're telling a man that you don't need him, eventually he'll trust you.
Yeah. But and I also want to add to it, like, I feel like because we have all these single parent homes and full of mothers who are hurt, and they're like, you know, they're pushing that, they're projecting that fear into their children or their daughters to not need a man because, you know, the mom got hurt by a man. Now the daughters are growing up and they're already defensive against men. Right. They're already trying to put their guard up, protect themselves. Right. And I'll use a metaphor. So like whenever I go to like a bad part of town, I don't have like a welcoming, soft, friendly face on. I put on this tough exterior, like don't approach me, don't talk to me, because I don't feel safe. Right. Now, so that's like I have to like use masculine energy to try to protect myself. Oh man. But then when I come home to you know my husband that I do need, I can take that mask off. I can live soft, feminine, whatever, dependent on him, and it's okay. So it's like an oxymoron when you say you don't need a man. Really, you're not. Like you're in your masculine. You don't feel safe. You don't feel secure. You do need a man in order to be relaxed in your femininity. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And you'll hear the argument all the time from, you know, this red pill community and all this stuff that that the world was built by men. Yeah, that's to the way that they're trying to present it. Mm-hmm. Yes, but they miss out on deep portions of it. But not to go down that particular rabbit hole, but you know, when you're looking at the type of jobs that men do and what men actually provide as far as provision and protection and rearing and you know, even the crazy jobs, the railroads, the cars, or whatever, the skyscrapers, all this type of stuff that men do and could contribute to society as a whole, you need them. Yeah. And by that same token, we need our women. Mm-hmm. But you don't hear men. You get it a little bit more now, right? Nowadays, you get some of these cupcake guys. You know, they run around. Well, I don't need a woman. I don't need a woman. I'll just stay here and I'll just be like, oh, brother, hey, that's a little fruity. You know what I mean? But we need each other. That's the dynamic that's missing when you hear relationship talk, podcasts, shows, and all this type of stuff from these big time influencers and stuff like that, experts, you know. Is that like, you know, they only present one side of it, but relationship is two-sided. It's a relationship, you know what I mean? And they don't grab that part of it. There's not an invisible war that you should be having with, you know, your girlfriend, boyfriend type of thing.
Right, y'all should be on the same team.
I agree. You
don't need to prove yourself against each other. Right, you're on the same team.
On the same team. That's the way it should be. But we live in this Andrew Tate and this Brittany Renner, was it Renner?
Renner, yeah.
Grinder, whatever. Either one. Spears, one of the Britneys. You know, pick a Britney. Same stuff, man. But you know, it's supposed to be a unit. Right. Everybody wants the benefits of a relationship without the relationship. Everybody wants the marriage. As far as the benefits, right? Yeah. I want you to protect me. I want you to provide for me, but I don't want you to leave me.
But I want to stay and be selfish.
Right. That's not the way that it works. I want your vagina. I want your throat, but I don't want you to hold me accountable for the stuff that I do. You can't. No, it's an all thing type thing. Sorry, I got off into a little rage right there. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
But that's a great question.
Yeah, and we got plenty more we're about to tackle.
Let's do it.